What's up? Just duncansjpn in here house. Okay, so I'm really trying to start making videos and stuff. I watched Rami Guy Jean video, the one he just put up. That was pretty cool and stuff. Doing art and photography and stuff. I remember I started doing that. I think I went took my camera and went out to Tokyo one day, and I was out just walking around and just practicing with the because I read the instructions of the book of how to the instruction manuals of how to work the camera. So I was just messing around and it was pretty cool. I took some pictures. I have no idea what I did with those pictures, but I know I got them somewhere when I was in Tokyo. That was like years ago, maybe 8 years ago, I forget. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to get these videos started, but like I said, because I didn't make that video about what's the thing called New Year's celebration video, I was like, I just killed the whole move. But anyway, yeah, I went to Korea. I took some pictures and I'll try to put them, yeah, I'll put them in here with some videos and stuff, me in the cab and stuff. But like I said, I wasn't really in the mood to make any videos because I missed New Year's video, New Year's Day video. But anyway, it was nice. I did go on Facebook and I asked some questions about clubs to go to, but I didn't actually get out to go to any clubs. I did drive by a what is that thing called? I drove by I wonder if it's crowded up there. Gosh, this street is gonna be so long. Anyway, I drove see, it is gonna be long. Anyway, I drove, what did I drove? No, I didn't drive. I wanted to go to some place, I forgot where it was. It was on the other side of the river, if any of you familiar with that. And it kind of looks like downtown, not downtown LA, but it kind of looked like America. And so it was really a nice area and stuff. I forget the name of it, something Goo or something, I don't know. But anyway, I took a taxi. That was real cool. The guy was real nice. You know, he was talking to me in Korean and, you know, with a few English words here and there, you know, so I guess I was comfortable listening to him, you know, and he was just taking me around to different places. I think it was this part of Korea where they had midnight shopping. So he took me over there and stuff. And then oh man, I swear I thought I made a video like this. I must have deleted it or something. But anyway, it was fun in the taxi. I ended up paying like $13, but I gave him $15 or something like that, or $20, I forget. But it was cool just driving around and stuff. Being in Korea it reminded me of like being back in the States. And what I mean by back in the States was I didn't grow up with the kind of attitude where you would just distinguish a place by the people there. It was just more or less the psychological thinking that people have, and I'm not saying anything specific, just in general. You know, you're walking around, you see different convenience stores, American convenience stores, other convenience stores. You know, everyone had the same products. I mean, yeah, the same products: toothpaste and water and milk, cake shops, you know, hamburger shops, and different things like that. So that was really cool. What really got me was that there are a lot of tall people out there, and you know, being in Japan, you don't really see so many. You know, I'm almost 6'2", 6'1 3/4. I'm not really what you might consider tall. You know, I'm thinking tall to me would be 6'4" and over. But of course, I'm above the average height of Americans and stuff. But anyway, yeah, with a lot of tall people, and it kind of remind me about being back in LA and stuff. You know, especially on UCLA campus and stuff, or the campuses where they had like female volleyball teams and stuff, and basketball teams. Of course, you're gonna have the women there taller than me and stuff. So yeah, it was interesting. You know, you see these guys like 6'8", 6'9", whatever. Their girlfriends are with them. They like 6'6", 6'5", you know. And I'm walking around, and you know, I see these beautiful women when I gotta look up at them and stuff. And it was really interesting. It was kind of a shock because I hadn't been around, you know, tall people in such a long time, especially females. and stuff, or women, or stuff like that. So I thought that was a real cool aspect of it. And then when I got out, the taxi finally dropped me off somewhere. I just told him to let me out because I didn't know exactly where he was going. And I started walking on the streets, and the streets were really wide, so I just walked into a Starbucks. I sat there, and for like maybe an hour, a good hour maybe, I had 2 drinks, and I was just doing some on Japanese. I've got these words that I wrote down, and these action verbs. So I got this real cool way I want to start studying again and stuff, so I was just doing that. And then this lady came in, and she sat next to me, well, one chair over, and she put her things there, and she had this one bag, thinking it was like a Louis Vuitton bag or something like that. And she went and got her drink, and then she came back, and she started doing her work, and then I started moving around and get ready to go and stuff, and I don't know what it was, but she just kind of grabbed her purse a little bit and kind of slid it closer to her, which was cool. I mean, normally we would do that. I mean, if I was in a store, full of black people or white people or purple people or Martian people or Plutosians or whatever you want to call them, and people get to moving around and stuff like that, then of course I know I would pull my things closer to me because of the fact that my bag shouldn't be on the table anyway, and because it's next to that person, then I'm kind of like cramping their space or something like that, so like in Japan, they have these baskets and stuff that you can use to put your items in, so you can sit a basket, you can sit on the floor and put your items in the floor, so they will, as best as possible, keep out of other people's way, or don't make them feel uncomfortable. So I wasn't really offended by that, and it was pretty cool. But there were these 2 women there, and they were, I don't know how old they were, maybe in their 20s or something. And one, I kept looking at, I didn't keep looking, I kept looking in her direction and stuff, and then I think she had on shorts or something like that, I'm not sure. And then maybe after about like 15 minutes, she kind of closed her legs or something like that. I mean, I guess she did have on some kind of shorts, because I do remember her legs being exposed. And so I was just thinking to myself, wow, that's good. I mean, she did that. And the reason I said it was good that she did that was because it just made me, it just assured me that she was paying attention to me, so that was good. Because sometimes people pay attention to people, and they don't know how to really do anything. Because she could have even wanted me to talk to her or something, her and her friend, but I didn't. So that could have been like a way of like, well, if you're not going to talk to me, then I'm just going to close my legs and make some action to make you think, whatever, But I don't think negatively like that, because I already understand the psychological thinking of a lot of people and stuff, But then after that, I was hungry, so I left, and I went across the street. And it was weird because the street was really wide, and it's almost like in LA when you cross some of the large streets, the light turn, the no walking sign come on right as soon as you get to the middle of the street. So they had, I think they had a Subway or something there or something, I'm not sure. But when you cross the street, you actually had to go in like a, I wouldn't say an L shape. If you cross the street, then you have to, once you get to the middle of it, then you had to turn to the left and walk, and then turn to the right again to cross over to the other side. And it was like a little path, so it was like, see where that bike is? It was like there. He goes across right there, him and the lady, and then they go straight. It was exactly like that. So it was like here, turn right, and then turn left. And I thought that was really cool. So then I went into to Subway, and it was a sister there. I don't know if she was mixed or something like that. I tried saying hi to her, but she didn't really say anything. But the reason probably she didn't say hi, because I was kind of too far away, and so I kind of like half-heartedly said something to her. Wow, I hope I'm going the right way. I half-heartedly said something to her. Plus, I was kind of far away, and she probably didn't hear me or nothing, or anything like that. So then she went and got her food items and went and sat down. And then when I turned to see where she was sitting with a Wow, this is so cool how this works out. Should I keep straight? I'm looking for a Lawson so I can navigate where I'm supposed to be at, but I think I should turn here. Yeah, I think I should turn here. I'm going to turn here. I think I turned too soon. Gosh. Wow. That was not cool. Yes, I turned too soon, so I gotta do a U-turn. I wonder if I could do a U-turn. I can. Oh man, I need to make a U-turn and go back. Oh wow, I can't. Where's that EMO? Oh wow, I can't. I turned way too soon. Wow, I turned way too soon. Because this street near the ocean that runs along the ocean, it's cool to go on and stuff like that, but at this one intersection they were doing, the guys were out there doing something with the trees, I guess trimming, and so the traffic was very, very condensed in that area. So that's why I wanted to come back this way, and I mean back there instead of coming this way, because actually it was faster. But oh well. But anyway, so continue with the story. I ordered my food, and being in Japan is really cool because, well, for me, because everything is done pretty much for you. You answer the phone, like if you call a credit card company and you answer in the phone and you need help, and they'll say, okay, because you gotta choose numbers for whatever service. So let's say like I want my credit increased from like $10,000 to $50,000, right? So I push that button, and then she'll, you know, it's usually women that answer, and they say, hey, they're like, so you would like your credit limit increase? Hi. Would you like it? Do you? And they already know the limits, you know, so they'll might say, because they'll see it's 10,000, and next of course is going to be 50,000. So they say, would you like you want your credit limit raised to 50,000? I'm like, yes. And they say, okay, and they give me the info, you know, they check, see who I am, make sure I'm the right person and stuff, you know. And then they say, okay, so your credit is good, we increased it, and would you like it to start immediately? you know, yes. And they say, okay, then it's all done, you know, but they say really nice and stuff, and it's all done. Thank you very much. And that's it. So in Japan, when you're usually calling for services, if you understand, you know, because I picked it up real quick, that they only ask you questions where it will create the least amount of communications, because the least, I mean, you know, direct communication, but how can I say it? When you're having a conversation, be precise in what you want, because it will, the chances of, what's that called? Confusion won't have a chance to develop. So basically, when they're asking questions, all the questions are like yes or no questions. So it's like yes, hi, and that's it. You know, and it was funny because I called this one company, Ambit. I work for them, Ambit Energy, and it was really cool. And so I called for service, and one of my friends, he joined, but he cannot speak Japanese. So when I called, I said, if one of my friends call, when y'all call to verify to my friend's place, he doesn't speak Japanese. And she was like, oh, that's going to be a problem. And I said, well, not really, because all they're going to do is just give you information. All my friend have to do is just say hi. Yes. And then she just started laughing. I swear that was the first time the operator laughed. I was laughing. She was like, ha. You know, that shit. And she's like, she didn't say yes or no, but she just laughed, you know, because it was funny. And then she was like, well, it would be better if they spoke Japanese. And I'm like, okay. Well, I said, okay, you answered my question pretty much, you know. And she was like, okay, thank you very much. And that was it. So I called my friend. I told him, just say hi. And that was it. But, yeah, it was really interesting. But anyway, getting back to the Subway sandwich place. So I went, and oh yeah, so in Japan everything is like that. So when you go to to Subway and stuff like that, they make your sandwiches really beautiful, really looking nice. Nothing compared to stateside, you know. And they'll ask you questions, right? So anyway, I was there and I ordered the bun that I wanted to be done on and got it toasted. And I just immediately walked to the cash register, and then I heard this giggling. And it was these two Korean guys. They're kind of young, maybe in their 20s. You know, and I mean, it's weird because the way they giggle was almost like, you know, the women out here giggling, people out here giggling and stuff, right? And so I was like, huh? Why are they giggling? I turned, look, I said, oh, maybe they were waiting for me to tell them what kind of vegetables I wanted and stuff. So I went back and told them, you know, everything and all this stuff. And it was good though, because the laughter, it really relaxed me, you know, even more and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool, because like I had got some things from maybe on my I'm in Korea video, guys, like talking to the women and stuff like that to make videos. And I'm thinking to myself, I cannot speak this language. Sound like the guys that's in you know, that asked me about Japan and stuff, and I'm like, just going up and just trying to talk to them, you know. I'm not sure about all of that, you know, because you know, I just wanted to get out and just relax and just look around and stuff. And it was interesting, but what else happened? But I just wasn't in that mood. Plus, it wasn't late, it was kind of late, and actually there weren't that many people out on the streets. Now I will say there were some very fashionable dressed women who were how can I say, very in shape and beautiful. Beautiful is such an abstract word, huh? But anyway, it was you know, there was nicely dressed women there, and some cute ones too. And this one, she was standing at the corner, she kind of standing in front of me, and it was weird because I was going to cross, but I didn't. I ended up going into Starbucks, and then when I came back out, like an hour later, whatever, I was at the corner, and she ended up walking right next to me. I'm like, huh, what was that all about? You know, so I figured maybe she was at work or something, or maybe the timing was just there or whatever, because I'm sure she didn't stand outside Starbucks waiting for me, stalking and stuff like that. But it was interesting, and a lot of people out there are really in shape, you know, thin and stuff, you know. A lot of the guys out there are muscular, which was really another wake-up call for me, because a lot of people out here, a lot of guys are getting fat, you know, with the tummy and stuff, you know, and I didn't see that out there with the guys. With some of the foreign people, that I mean, you know, you could tell that, like, how can I say? Yeah, a lot of the foreign people, I did see them like that and stuff, but I thought it was really interesting and stuff the whole time and stuff. Wow, this person, no, I want to turn, he's not going to let me get over. But it's okay. When people do that and they don't let me get up, plus my blinker wasn't even on anyway. But of course I started speeding up a little bit, and they can tell. But what it is I'm turned right here, and there's this bypass. But I always get into okay, forget I can't do it. I always get into that lane, to the other lane, and turn, because these people are usually slow, and then I'm able to cut in front of people. Not because of getting in front of them, but because they're kind of slow. But anyway, I didn't even finish that this Subway thing. So anyway, they fix my food and stuff, and they make it the way they do in America, where they you make one sandwich and they go with a foot long, and then they put everything on it and then cut it in half. In Japan, they don't make it like that. They'll cut it in half and make 2 individual sandwiches, and they make them really nice and neat and stuff. I had pictures of them. but I don't remember what I did with them. Lately, when I'm talking, I'm shifting my jaw and stuff back and forth. My wife made a joke out of me and said, "You need to stop doing it." She's like, "Why are you doing it?" I'm like, "I don't know." But I think it's because I'm listening to the Rush, but it could be more or less, some people say it's nervous thing, but it's not that. It's just maybe a little stress, but I'm not sure what I'm stressed about. But anyway, just relax. But anyway, it was pretty cool. So they gave me my food, and I paid, of course, in won, I think it's called. And it was pretty cool because it's almost like Japanese money, except for I think the difference is maybe you take off 1 0 instead of taking off 2 zeros, and that was it. I went to this one cake shop, and they saw a carrot cake. It was really good, and I walked in, and at first, you know, no one didn't really say anything. It was I guess a man, his husband, 2 guys and a lady in there. I think it was their own shop or something like that. And so I showed them, you know, the cake I wanted and stuff like that. It was just 1 slice. And the guy was real cool. He started talking to me, so I thought it was real cool. But I was in a rush, so I really couldn't entertain his conversation. Then the next day I went back, and he spoke to me again, and was telling me how the cake was homemade and stuff like that. And I said, oh, okay, I think I know. I noticed that. He said, well, what? I said, oh, because of the way it tastes, it's really good. And so I ended up going there twice. It cost like $6.50. But, and then we went to these little shopping areas and stuff where you can buy clothes for cheap and stuff. Or, what else we call it? Like in Thailand, they call it juk or something like that. I forgot what it's called. But it was like a wholesale flea market, yeah, something like that. And so I went to one of those. It was pretty cool and stuff, you know. They sell all kinds of stuff. I mean, it was clothes and bags and whatever, you know. And then we went to this one shop. It was a mom and pop shop, and because I went there with my wife and her family, and I guess the sister, she was really into Korea and Korean things, and so we went there, and you know, I was expecting to go to a nice restaurant and stuff. We went there, I was kind of surprised, like, whoa, you know. And it reminded me when I went to this one fish shop in Thailand and stuff. I used to always go to because it was down the street from the hotel I stayed at. Was Pink Nakorn Hotel or something like that. And the food was good. I had bibimbap and stuff like that, so it was pretty much eggs, vegetables, and rice. And it was pretty good. And then we ended up going to the next night they went out to eat some, well, I guess they were yakiniku, just, you know, thin slices of beef that was fried on a grill, on a fire grill, a grill that's right there at your table. But I just ate vegetables. Because I mean, not because I didn't want to eat the food or anything, but I do have some friends that go travel, and when they came back, I mean, I have some friends who travel. When they came back, they were saying how they were kind of like, what was that thing called? They were like, got sick. So I'm like, forget that. I'm just going to eat the vegetables only. I did not eat any meat or anything like that. I did eat cakes, and they had these fruit juice carts out. Those were really good. So I drank those and had some fruit. And also, like when I was in Thailand too, on Kawasan Road, I don't know what it looks like now, I haven't been there in years, but they always have fruits all around, so I will always eat, I think, what's that thing called? Maybe mostly pineapples. I ate a lot of pineapples, maybe watermelon, but I'm thinking pineapples, mangoes, and stuff like that, so that was really cool. They had this one drink out in Thailand. It was kind of sweet. It wasn't, was it coconut juice or something like that? I forgot, coconut milk or something, but I guess they added some kind of sweetener, and it was really good. But anyway, Korea was real cool. The hotel we stayed at was real nice. The people were cool. The people that worked there, 2 women that worked at the counter were cute and stuff, you know, spoke English and Japanese, which was really cool and stuff. I mean, we went shopping, and I went to like those brand stores and buying stuff, you know, and it was cool. Oh, so anyway, what happened was when I was coming back, of course, everyone's Japanese except for me. So they was like, do you have a permit to come back go back in Japan? I said, oh no, I don't need one because I'm a resident, and as long as I come back before a year, it's fine. And so she was like real cool. She was like, okay, you know, and I'm trying to think. I swear I thought I spoke to another. Oh, so anyway, I had when I went out to the subway place I left, and I wanted to walk around, but it's getting dark, and I wanted to go to a club, but for some reason I just felt a little fatigue or something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm getting back. I'm not taking a taxi because it was like a little expensive. So there was this bus stop I went to, and there was this guy standing there. I'm like, okay, now I need to ask these people, how do I get to this certain spot? Because where the hotel was, it had I had a map on my iPhone and stuff. So I showed it to him, and I asked this guy, and where can I get to this part? He said, oh, okay, we'll just go to this one place here. So I was like, okay. And then no, I said how to get here on the map, and then he was like, catch this bus. It was the same bus, but it was like a different number. So like in Japan, they also have that. I think at the bus stops, at the terminals, not the terminals, but the train stations, you have like bus stop number 1, but 2 or 3 different buses will go through there. So it had like the bus numbers, and that was the same thing for that stop. You know, so basically, different buses that go to different places all use the same. What were those things called? Bus stops and stuff, or something like that. And so I asked him, he said, oh, okay, well, this is the bus you take. And he spoke English, you know, it was really good. So I was like, wow, where'd you learn English? He was like, oh, you know, I study here and there, you know, Australia, that's what he said. I was like, oh, okay, cool, you know. And so his bus came, so I'm still saying the bus number. I think it was like 472 or 473. And I'm like 472, 473, 472, 472, 472. And then maybe like 10 minutes later it came, but before that, I was thinking, like, okay, so now I need to go to this, go to this spot, right? So I showed that's when I showed the lady exactly where my hotel was, and she said, oh, go to this bus stop. And I'm like, okay, you know. So it was all in Korean language, right? So I took a picture of it, and then what happened, her English was good too, and we were talking and stuff. She was a little older lady. Not older, she's maybe in her 30s, it could have been in her 40s, but I looked younger than her, definitely, so I'm for sure, because the way she was reacting to me, it was more or less like she thought I was young and stuff, younger than her. And actually, I'm definitely sure I was older than her, but she was real nice and everything, and I did want to continue the conversation with her, but I think my bus had came like almost like 3 minutes after after I first started speaking to her. So I took a picture of the bus stop I was supposed to get off at, and I showed it to the bus driver, and he was real cool and stuff. And so I'm getting on the bus, and I'm realizing that you gotta have some kind of digital pass or something, or the money or something. I forget how exactly it was though, but it was really cool the way they had it. And so then I showed him, he said, okay. So I stood behind them, then the bus just all of a sudden got crowded, and they buses like Japanese buses too. So I'm standing there in front of this one lady was sitting in front of me where I was standing and stuff, and you know, she just looked up. I looked at her and said hi. Maybe she replied, I'm not sure. And then all of a sudden the bus got full, and so I ended up moving to the back of the bus, and I was going to leave the back of the bus, but then I noticed these gadgets back there where I don't think the bus opened unless you had a pass, so it can calculate how much money it'll deduct from your e-wallet and stuff. So I was like, oh wow, but the guy told me I didn't have to pay, you know. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe I should get off the front, because if I get off the back, then it'll notify people that I didn't have the money, whatever, you know. So I moved to the front, and back to the front, and the bus was just moving and rocking the way he was driving and stuff. They were setting stops for me, because in Japan, you're on the train, so the train moves slow. The buses, when they drive kind of slow, not so fast where if you stand up, and when they stop, it doesn't rock you back and forth. So it was more or less like that's how it was on that train and stuff. I mean, on the bus in Korea. So one time he kind of stopped real fast, because the people out there, they drive kind of crazy and stuff, you know. Well, not crazy, but almost like Japan, but You know, everybody, yeah, it's almost just like Japan. Everybody just go their way. You know, if there's a hole in it, they slip in and stuff. And so it was this one stop, or somebody must have drove in front of me. He hit the brakes, and I just went flying back, and I stepped on this guy's shin. I turned around, and I was so I'm sorry. And he said, it's okay, you know. And I looked down, and he was dressed in a suit and everything, and I was made sure I didn't cut his terrorist pants or didn't soil it too much or anything. And I felt so bad. I was gonna give him some money, like $50 here. I'm sorry, because you know, I know it hurt it. I know it had to hurt, you know, and I caused this guy pain because I was a stupid foreigner on the train who can't keep his balance. Like if I mean not on the train, but on the bus. See, I can't even speak English anymore. And on the bus, and can't even keep his balance, because I'm telling you, every time he made those sudden jerks or everything, everybody else moved in order, you know, in unison. I'm the only one who was like, everyone move forward and move back once, and I'm just like, oh my God, you know, trying to keep my balance. I was so embarrassed and stuff. So then the guy said, well, the next 3 stops you get off. So 3 stops came, I got off, I said thank you, and I was like literally right down the street from where my hotel was and stuff. But it was cool. It was real nice. I do want to go back. I met a brother there. I think his name is, I want to say D, starts with D, the White or something like that. He was a real good brother, about maybe 6'6", really buff, and he was real nice, from Canada. You know, me and him talked for about 5 minutes, but he had to go because of his wife, and he was telling me he liked it there. You know, teaching English was fun. He didn't complain or have any nothing bad to say, you know, because like sometimes I watch videos about teaching while black in Korea, and you know, you get these negativities, and he didn't say anything. He's been there for like 10 or 11 years. So I was like, wow, that was pretty cool, you know. But I do want to go back. Next time I'm going by myself and really take the time to look around, and this time engage in meeting people and things like that. But yeah, overall it was good, you know. It was really cool. I did go to Starbucks with my son, and I won a free drink. That was so cool, because I went, because I think I've won like 4 out here in Japan, and I got 1 out there too. That was real cool. That was like, maybe Korea was like thanking me for coming, or was it like a welcome to Korea type of a thing. Then I took it up in my apartment, but my wife, she's always throwing stuff away, so maybe she threw it away, I think. And I was like, did you see the receipt with all the Korean on it? No. And I was like, I said, I know you threw it away. No, I didn't. I'm like, you're always touching stuff and throwing it away. I keep reminding you, don't touch my stuff. Because what her mom did was, her mom was cleaning up one day, and you know how some people just clean up and they just too lazy to open up packages. So she saw this envelope, and there was nothing on it, and she kind of investigated just by feeling it, and it didn't feel like anything, you know, maybe a book or whatever. So she just threw it away, and kind of find out it was her husband's money, and it was $3,000 in it. She just threw it in the trash and dumped it out, and he was not happy about that. But it was funny. But yeah, Korea was fun. I did take some pictures. I will put them up. I think I did take some videos, so those videos might be silent because they were playing a lot of music out there from the stores and stuff, and they of course they're copyright material, so I don't want to put those on because I do want to get paid for this video. And that was pretty much it, but it was cool. I really enjoyed it. It did rain. The first 2 days were, the last day it didn't rain, which was good because that was the day I went out and stuff. And it was cool. Now I did try to get in this one taxi, and he was like, no, because he didn't understand what I was saying. But I hit without my navigator and showed it to him, and he was like, whoa, you know, because I guess he never just thought about using it because he knows where he's going. So we went there, and then I realized it because I hear a lot of people saying like they don't pick up foreigners, but that's because they don't understand. Because I got in this one taxi and I was trying to tell him where to go, and it was messed up because where I wanted to go, it was in English. So he was like, and he was pacing with me for about 3 minutes. He said, I'm sorry. So I got out, and then I ended up walking and stuff, and I saw another taxi. He told me to jump in, but I couldn't speak English, and he was a little frustrated. And then I showed him on the map where I wanted to go, and that also was in English. And he just kind of looked around and saw the river, and then he kind of pretty much knew where I wanted to go. And then he told me, listen, you want to go to something good, it's like a big area, so it's the area, what part of the area you want to go to. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. So anyway, that's it. I gotta go. I'm out. Peace.